Hey everyone, this is a follow-up to my first tuning video. So this is tuning video number 2, updated. I realized that I did an absolutely terrible thing. I left you with an out-of-tune violin. So just to show you that you should tune your instrument, I'll show you a little bit of it when you're playing both strings at once. So this is a more of a advanced way to tune your instrument, but based on that I just absolutely messed it up in that first video, I want to show you this. So I'll make it out of tune. We'll listen to our A and D string on our violin. Woo! Doesn't sound so great. So we need to make sure we tune it up a little bit. And then it'll just kind of lock into place and it should sound beautiful. And if you look at my tuner over here, the strings are green, so it shows us that we are in tune. Okay, so now that's a more advanced way to tune your instrument. You might see professionals or teachers or really, really advanced students or just a normal advanced student tuning this way. And if you'd like me to make a video about that, you can send a comment below and I totally will. But now I'll switch to my viola and talk about how to tune your instrument if you're an absolute beginner or if you're a parent watching this and you want to help out your children, which is so great. Thank you very much. I'll show you step by step how to do that. All right, so I've got my out-of-tune viola, and I mean it's really out of tune. Parents, you can probably relate to a little of this. Really it's very out of tune. It's not the right notes for each string. Okay, so the first thing that you need is a out-of-tune instrument, and you need a device or a tuner, or you could use a piano if it's in tune. I like to use a tuner. It's much easier. I have my iPad here. Hopefully you can see it. Also in the first tuning video, I realized that you couldn't see my iPad, so this is going to clear things up. You need the app called INS Tuner. It's right here on the bottom. It's free, INSTUNER. That's how you spell it, INS Tuner. It's free. Once you click that, there's 2 settings. Okay, you have tone generator, and then you have chromatic tuning. So if you go to tone generator, you have a dial. You can select any note in the dial. There it is. Any note in the dial. Then once you've selected that note, you can press it. Get the volume up a bit. And you'll get the note there. Okay? Press the button to turn it off. So if you have a viola, like I have, the strings are from the highest string, A, D, G, C. Hopefully your student, child, the person who's playing the instrument, if it's you, hopefully you know your strings. So I like to go to chromatic tuning. It also has a dial. Starts with at 12 o'clock you have, let's see if I can get closer. At 12 o'clock you have a C. So that as you go clockwise, you have C sharp, D, E flat. I don't know if they did the D sharp. E, F, F sharp, and it goes around. And that's the musical alphabet. And it gets higher as you go clockwise. Okay, so here we go. Step by step, how to tune. You do need your bow, but you don't necessarily need to do it to tune, but it does help. This is a very basic way to tune if you are an absolute beginner or if you just need some help. Here we go. So the first note's A. If I go over to my instrument and I play the A string, now that says A flat. I'm not sure if you can see that in the camera, but that was A flat. We want to get to A. And if I look at the dial, A flat is pretty close to A. It's just a little bit up. Okay, so I'd go over to my fine tuner, which is at the bottom. That one right there. And I'll turn it clockwise, this way. So clockwise, let's turn it a lot. Sorry, it's kind of hard to show that. Oh, that's better. So I turned it more. Now I go over to my tuner and I play A. Still says A flat, so I got to keep going. So here we go. Turning, turning. And let's go back and play your A. So close. Let's tune up a little bit more. And now you see the colored bar went to the right. So you have to now tune it down a little bit. So if you want to tune it down, you have to do it counterclockwise. There we go. Let's hear what I have. A little bit more. Notice I was too different. First it said A was perfect, and then the note kind of settled and it went a little lower. So we want to try and get the A absolutely perfect. Well, I'm happy with that, maybe a little bit. Perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Now we go to the D string. Same thing. It's telling me between a C and a C sharp. So it's not far. You just have to go up a little bit more. So I'm going to turn it quite a bit to get all the way to D. Now, all of a sudden, you went to your fine tuner and you've turned it too much. And it's all the way in there and you're like, I can't turn this thing. It's impossible. I can't turn it. It's all the way screwed in. Now you have to go to the peg. So when that happens, what you want to do is loosen that one that was all the way in. Loosen it completely. Well, not that it's off, but get it really, really loose. It's like a screw. You'll figure that out. So now if you look, this one is looser. But now the string is really low. So we have to use the peg. And we just use the peg a little bit, okay? So here it is. I'm on the D peg. And let's see what note we have first. So it's saying that we have a C. You don't have to go very far. So grab that D peg. That one. Okay? If you're looking at it, it's this one. Okay? And remember, when you turn it to make the string tighter, because you have to make it higher, you have to push this side. You have to push from this way and then push the peg in. To push the peg in. Okay, so here we go. I turn it a little bit, and let's see what I have. Still on a C. A little higher of a turn. I'll even show you how much I'm turning it. Let's see. Just a little bit. Let's hear it now. So it says C sharp. I'd go a little further up, just a little bit. D, pretty close. Now we can go to the fine tuner. Because the fine tuner has so much room now that we made it loose. I can turn it. Turn it. And let's see what we have. So close. A little bit more. Too high. A little less. Almost there. And we've got it. Now, it seems tedious and a long time. And that's why that fancy way to tune is more appropriate. I don't know why I keep saying that it's fancy. It's just an advanced way to tune. It's a faster way and a better way. But this is the easiest way to tune, albeit a little longer. Okay, so now I'll play both strings together. And you'll hear that it's a little out of tune because what happens is if you start to move one string, it affects all four strings. So what you have to do is now I have to retune the A string. Says it went a little flat. I have to make it go a little higher. So here's A. Got it. D. Perfect. Play them together. Now we have an in-tune instrument. Awesome. Okay. If you like this video, please like and comment or subscribe. Please subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed it.